In last week's video, I returned to Dinosaur National Monument for my first ever solo overland. And I'm doing it all myself. From van prep to navigation, driving, and camping. Carlos and I had an amazing first day and night. So welcome back, and welcome to Dinosaur. This is day 2. Carlos and I enjoyed a nice slow morning before we made our way back out to the main road to finish our route. Okay, so if you get to, there's basically a T in the road where you can go left or you can go right. And this way goes to an old school, the Mantle School in Hell's Canyon. You cannot go down there anymore, so it is private property. And they have a sign up and a gate up. We tried that last time and had to turn around. The drive out there is really cool, so I might just take the quick drive and then turn around because you go through Hell's Canyon, which is pretty cool to look at. So maybe we'll just do the quick drive and then turn around. I'll tell you what though, just driving through here, we've had a lot of rain recently. And it's not even wet. I've only hit 3 little sections that are wet. If it has been raining here for 2 or 3 days in a row, I wouldn't even bother coming because you can tell there are spots that are going to be really hard to access or cross through just because it's so muddy. So here's Hell's Canyon. Don't have full 4-wheel drive, I don't know if I would suggest coming back here because this sand is really soft. Really soft. I just hit the no trespassing sign. It's our cue to turn around. I think it's just as cool on the way out as it is on the way in. Okay, I think I found our original camp spot. Pretty sure this is it. That road down there looks pretty familiar. That way I'll know for sure and I'll mark it. Okay, this is definitely it. I'll try and get some shots, but I'm concentrating on driving. You have to have 4-wheel drive to get to this spot. If you don't, I don't think you'll make it. There's a really big dip on the way in that I'll try and film on the way out. Normally I don't think I would have done it, but Brian did it before, so I know, kind of remembered how he did it. And then you have some areas like this. Probably doesn't look like much on camera, but it's probably a good 35-40 degree angle up with some loose rock. So we're gonna check that out. All right, let's go. Yep, definitely it, because we were going to camp there. This is definitely it. Oh, our rocks are still here. And I even got on one of them by complete accident. Ready for a lunch break? I said break. Yeah, so this is where Brian and I sat and watched the sunset, looking at these amazing red cliffs. Yeah, this is an awesome spot too. Lunchtime? All right. Hi, buddy. If you don't end up camping here, it makes for a great lunch spot. You having a good time? All right, let's go take a look at that really sweet overlook. at this campsite. Good down. For your own good, your own safety. Here's your overlook. From where we left this morning, this is another wild campsite option, a little further into the trail, in case you get an earlier start than Carlos and I did. Not sure you'd want to camp here if you have small children and or dogs. All right, time to get out of here. Covering way more ground than I remembered the first time. We'll see where we get towards the end of the day. It's only 11:40. It's only 11:40. You could 100% do this in a day. I just would suggest at least spending one night. I'm gonna still try and spend another night in here. I might just have too much time on my hands, which is okay too. Good job, buddy. Getting out of here is totally fine. I'm just slightly nervous about that really sharp angled spot that I came in on. Figure if I came in, I can get out. At this point, Carlos and I are just over halfway through the route. I think the timing is perfect to still see a few more highlights on the agenda. So far, so good. One thing I'm noticing that's really different is the whole end of the trail, at least the direction we're going, is really sandy. Way more sandy than it was when Brian and I came in the spring, which makes a lot of sense. It's gotten a lot more traffic, but it's pretty sandy. There's certain areas that I'm like, I can't stop, I can't slow down. Gotta just keep your momentum up. I don't want to have to use traction boards by myself. Yeah, there are some spots that really throws you around and bogs you down. Here is another turn off where you can go down to Echo Park, which is a formal campground. Just pretty drive, and there is a homestead on the way down there. So we're gonna go check that out. So because this is such an established campground, this road is dreamy, by the way. Dreamy road. Scenery is pretty awesome too. Sorry for all the scenery shots, but I kind of can't help it. Okay, we are coming up on the homestead. Okay, this place is awesome. So I'll give you a quick history. So these cabins date to 1911. In 1910, Jack Chu was searching for a good home for both his family and his cattle. He found it here at Pool Creek. In a time and place when self-reliance was as necessary as water, the location provided raw materials the family needed to build their future. In their time here, the Chus planted orchards and gardens and dug irrigation ditches. With hard work and nature's support, they made a home that sustained them for more than half a century. Chu's son sold the 1,900-acre ranch to the National Park Service in 1966. Here's the old groover. Still standing. Then I'll show you my favorite part. All right, ready for my favorite part? We call this the original overlanding vehicle. This thing is awesome. Look at it. Had a bed with a little operable window. And then you have a bench and a bench. And then here's your kitchen storage. And then this thing here comes through. That's your emergency brake, which is right here and goes up through that floorboard. And then we even have cool, like, outdoor storage. Oh yeah, something's living in there. Woo! It's a lizard. It's gonna be one of those videos where I'm like filming it and then it jumps on my face. How freaking cool is that? Can you imagine living out here back then? Who's the best road trip partner? This guy. This dead ends at Echo Park Campground. And whether you plan to camp down here or not, I highly suggest you take the detour. There are loads of really cool highlights down this stretch of road. So I am getting really close. There's some petroglyphs down here. Brian and I tried to see these last time. And when we got out of the car, the mosquitoes were so bad. We just ran screaming back to the van. So I think we saw about one stripe of a petroglyph. So I'm here, I found it. And yeah, let's go see them. Okay, so we're looking for some dot patterns. And then here's our map. So you are here, look up 35 feet, and then we'll start to see them. And then they kind of go all the way down the... Oh, yeah. Clear as day from here. Okay, so where this rock kind of swoops like that, there's one right there. And then they do, yeah, they go all down the cliff face. The petroglyphs at Pool Creek are over 1,000 years old. When the ancestral indigenous people of the region first carved them into the cliffs, they were located at ground level. But 1,000 years of flowing water in the creek channel has lowered that ground by 35 feet, placing the petroglyphs well above your head. Sorry, Brian. Not one mosquito. All right, somebody's stoked. He's going for a little dip. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that's chilly. Hi, bub. Carlos creates his own exercise. All right, this is the Whispering Cave, which you have to have two people to actually make it work. Brian and I did go in here the original time and whispered to each other, and it does work, but I'll just show you what it looks like, because Carlos isn't much help. So that is the Whisper Cave. One person crouches on one side and the other person crouches on the other side, and you can make barely a whisper and it sounds like they're right in your ear. So that was kind of cool. Actually a lot to see down this one road. Bring Carlos to what will end up being his favorite thing of the entire trip. We didn't check this out last time because there's too many mosquitoes. Good sit. Very excited. Look, break. Carlos won the lottery on his swimming hole today. Won the lottery. Nice. You scored, buddy. Whoa. Swimming upstream. Nice. A little extra exercise. Go so fast. Wow. That is... I wish it were warmer out because I kind of want to go swimming, but it's barely 70. I don't even think it is 70, and the water's freezing, so not happening. Good job. This is a fun game. Cassie used to like this too. Ready? You're gonna get cold. Seriously? I can't even. Incredible. All right, that was a successful mission. Saw some cool stuff. That might be the coolest swimming hole I've ever seen. And we actually kind of killed a lot of time down here, so it's close to 2. All right, that's it. Catch you back up. That's the campground down there. So you can see, I think there's maybe 3 vehicles there right now. A couple vans. Yeah. Looks nice. I mean, I think the sites are still fairly close together, but it's really nice down here. If you're not into wild camping, I would definitely stay here. And it did say reservations are required. It's a little buggy, but I think that's probably because you're by the water, but I don't know, there was nothing biting. So yeah, it's beautiful. From the main road, once you pass the turnoff to Echo Park, your wild camp options seem non-existent. At least I didn't see any. So if you make it this far, you should probably finish up the entire route. This side of the park, once you pass the turnoff for that Echo Park campground, a lot more cars. Like I didn't see one car the entire trip until after I passed the campground. And I'm headed towards the Utah side, towards Utah border. So just an FYI. All right, we're heading up those fun switchbacks. And then we get to, my ears are popping. Then we get to the turnoff of going up a new road that Brian and I didn't take last time. So we're gonna go check that out. I'm assuming I need 4-wheel drive because that looks pretty steep. This last stretch of road before you get to pavement is incredibly steep and right on a cliff's edge. I'm doing a little bit of a backtrack on foot because I want to show what that road is like coming up. Here's just an FYI, if you plan on going down this or up it, saying no passenger cars. So, which I kind of see because most of it's fine. It's just sketchy because the drop off on the side gives you the willies, but there's one part that's crazy steep. I had to gun it. I came around the corner and I just gunned it. All right, here's the first curve. You might get an idea. You won't be able to see the whole road though. But it goes from there, and then this section that you can't see, which is very steep, is just a bunch of switchbacks all the way up. End of the trail. I did it. All right, you want to see what I just drove through? So that is what I drove through. You can see it there. And then you can also see it, there. Goes through there. And then it goes all the way to the other end of this whole canyon. I did it all by myself. Woohoo! I did it! And now I'm going to attempt to drive to the museum where all the dinosaur fossils are. Join us next time for cool dinosaur stuff and our last night of solitude. You're such a good boy. Who's my best road trip partner? Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Adventure is calling.